Hey everyone. Okay, not that anybody asked, but I do what I want, and I have a pimple patch on my chin. So the Love Island reunion was last night. Okay, why? First of all, I need to just ask. I need to know why did I spend like more? Wait, when did it end? No, why did I spend almost a month waiting for this reunion, and it was so anticlimactic. It like nothing, literally nothing new got answered. They rehashed the same tired shit that they've been rehashing all fucking season. They rehashed the same tired shit that they've been rehashing all fucking season. This shit could have been an email. Like, I was actually very upset and very what's the word I'm looking for? It was very lackluster to me. They really could have kept that shit in the drafts. Nothing that interesting happened. It was literally the same shit. Like, everybody was there, and really a bunch of them didn't need to be there. Like, the Casa girls all said about one thing. Hakeem said nothing, which is probably for the best. Nigel said nothing, also for the best. I don't even know why he was there. Like, Harrison didn't say anything. Why was he there? They could have saved a whole lot of money if they would have just put, like, the final maybe like 6 couples and invite Andrea, because they know that's what they wanted to, like, they wanted to be messy about that. But I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna break it down for you in chronological order if I can remember it. So first of all, outfits wise, I think a bunch of them looked a mess. A bunch of them looked a mess. Yes, they did. They did. What was the first thing? Oh, okay. I've had a very up and down relationship with Kendall this entire summer and still now, because he was growing on me whenever I liked him at first. He did a lot of shit that pissed me off and acted a bunch of weird ass ways. The finale happened, his video got leaked, which I think is awful. If you leak something that is so, like, violate somebody in such a private way like that, you must do time and you must be dealt with. And to be honest, I'm sure he knows who it is. I would have got to swinging. So that happened literally the night of the finale, like, right. They got out and that shit happened, or that shit happened and then they got out after, and he immediately saw, like, what was going on. And if you didn't see it, I mean, it's probably for the best. It's a very personal video, obviously. He just came out and said, oh, that video is from a while back. It's from somebody, I sent it to somebody I, like, really trusted, blah, blah, blah. And then that was kind of the last we heard of it. Like, he handled it very well. I mean, as well as you can handle somebody leaking a video like that. I thought he was handling it well. He was growing on me. He was, like, hanging out with the other Islanders. You're seeing his personality outside the house, like, not inside that setting, and it was becoming very likable to me. And then he did that thing with that black girl, like, made her get out of the section or whatever, and I don't know, it was this big thing on TikTok, and they hung out, like, the next day. So she said it's dead. Like, if she don't care, okay, that's fine. I don't care. So I was like, okay, I kind of like Kendall again. He's a little much. He's a little extra. Whatever. I'm also highly irritable, so I expect that. But I definitely did feel bad for him when that video got leaked. And then I'm like, I think him and Nicole are not together. He's out doing whatever. She's not posting, blah, blah, blah. She came on there, and that was, like, the first thing they addressed. She's not posting. Like, she's like, oh, I've been taking the heat for the last 3 weeks. You've been letting people think we're not together and blah, blah, blah. Which I really don't understand what she's talking about. She didn't really elaborate. Because what heat are you taking? I mean, if you're not together, you're not together. She's like, oh, he went on a podcast, blah, blah, blah. You could have went on a podcast and said what you needed to say, or whatever you had to, like, get off your chest. You didn't have to be silent throughout this time or whatever, and like he's trying to give you space, I don't know. The thing is, to me, Nicole it seemed to me that she was trying to make herself the victim in a situation in which Kendall was obviously the victim. He is the one who was exposed. He is the one who had to like deal with the repercussions of this video getting out, and he handled it how he handled it. And I don't understand why Nicole is like, oh, you're a liar, and we're going through it because you're a liar, and yeah, I love you and I want to be with you, and that's all I've ever wanted, blah blah blah. I really don't believe it. For a while now, I've been thinking that Nicole did not like Kendall the way that Kendall liked Nicole. Apparently the situation was that video got leaked, and you know, they just got out of the villa. So he told her, oh, it's from an ex, it's from a long time ago, like this is from somebody, I sent this to somebody I really trusted, and they leaked it, and blah blah blah. And apparently Janae, which I didn't really like that, because I don't really feel like that was her place to go and tell Nicole that. Apparently Janae, maybe like Kendall told Janae because they were hanging out or whatever, and Janae went and told Nicole, which again, I do not like that. That was not her place. That is on Kendall to say that to Nicole. Like, apparently it was from right before he went into the villa, and he said that to somebody on a dating app or whatever. Which, even then, I really don't understand what the big fucking, I mean, yeah, he lied about it in the moment, but can you imagine something so embarrassing happening to you, and like the world seeing a video that is so intimate, and you come and you're you know, with your partner or whatever, and you don't really know how to explain it, like you're fucking embarrassed, so you just come up with something because like that's kind of traumatizing. You just come off the high of being on this show. Literally, you just come out and your butt is all over the internet. Like, that is traumatizing. That is embarrassing. And I don't Nicole making such a big deal. He lied. I think she didn't want to be with him. She thought that they had a chance at winning, so she stuck with Kendall. They didn't win, so she took advantage of the first opportunity that she had to like cut things off with him, or like have a fight with him or whatever, so that they can break up. It's kind of what it seems like to me, because like, you're not the victim in this, and everybody's trying to explain to her, and she's like, oh, just fuck what I've been going through, blah, blah, blah. I mean, no, nobody said all that, but you're making him do the most when he is the one who got exposed. Like, it was just weird to me, and it made me not like Nicole. That shit was actually immensely pissing me off that she was acting like that. But whatever. I don't know if she genuinely acts like that about stuff. And then you have Serena, who, you know, Cordell obviously likes her, and she gave him a second chance. They end up winning, and they're back, they're stronger than ever or whatever. Saying like, yeah, I mean, either cut him off or give him a second chance. Like, what are you dragging it out for? Which, yeah, what are you dragging? If you're that upset about it, then maybe you just don't need to be together. You're either going to forgive him and move on, or cut him off and move on. Like, what do you... All the extra in between is so unnecessary. What's next? I actually kind of felt bad for Andrea. To be fucking honest, if I would have got kicked out the villa like that, and I got this man love bombing me, thinking he's about to leave with me, and we about, like, it's about to be, yeah, or like whatever. You made this big old scene about me, so what am I supposed to think? How am I supposed to feel? I would have came out that bitch talking shit too. And obviously it was like directed towards Leah, because Leah was the last person to have been coupled with Rob. I feel like it would have panned out that way, like regardless of whoever was last coupled with Rob. Now, don't get me wrong, Andrea's annoying. She has said some annoying things. I think even if she would have stayed in the house, she would have stayed in there and continued to be annoying. But I mean, yes, she should have not like went and talked shit and like said Leah was two-faced or whatever. But I definitely think Leah kind of blew things out of proportion. Well, I don't want to say blow out of proportion because everybody reacts how they react. But personally, you already won. You know, you have Miguel. You have a battalion, a legion of fucking followers that adore everything you do. And Andrea doesn't have that, and people are already on her ass just because of her internet presence and how she acts online. I actually did kind of feel bad for her because it wasn't just like, you know, her and Leah hashing things out. It was her, Leah, and Janae. Just like, and it was ridiculous. And honestly, I feel like she knew what it was gonna be. Which is why she kind of just sat there and took her lick. And I don't think she's gonna apologize to Leah. And I mean, again, who fucking cares, honestly? Who fucking cares? Because at the end of the day, Leah is where she is and Andrea is where she is. Like, at the end of the day gonna end. And what you put out into the world is what you gonna get back. And I think she put out negative energy, and that is what she's getting back. Like, you cannot like her all you want. I'm not her biggest fan or whatever, but she is still a person, and I would feel really bad if, you know, people were constantly commenting on her stuff, like telling her vicious, malicious shit, and she ended up killing herself or something. That'd be fucking horrible. So I really think we should just like let that shit die. Cause even when they showed the vote where Leah tried to take a back seat or whatever, it seemed to me, and I like Leah. And you know what? If you were rooting for Andrea to go home, that's fine. She was not a likable girl. She didn't go out of her way to make friends with the other girls. If you want to keep Nicole because she made friends with you guys and she's open to exploring connections, and you want to keep Janae because you've known her the longest and that's your friend, that is fine. You don't have to do all that. I think Andrea should go home because of XYZ. It did kind of seem to me that she was like rooting for Andrea to go home, and that's fine. And then people, like, I don't know, the way they kept dragging it on was exhausting. And how Liv was like, I was leading the conversation. I don't even think Liv voted for Andrea to go home when they were like, put up a 1 or a 2. And whoever that person is, that's who's gonna go home. I'm pretty sure she voted for Nicole. So no, Liv was not the ringleader on this. Leah did keep saying things alluding to Andrea going home, but whatever. I feel like when Rob was trying to say something, Liv wasn't really letting him talk. And I'm not gonna say shit because I love Liv. That's my girl. That's my dog. She wasn't really letting him talk. And I feel like he was shaking his head, and like even Andrea was shaking her head because I'm not the only one who kind of got that Leah was pushing for Andrea to go. Like, I feel like that's kind of how Rob interpreted the situation as well. Like, really, Serena and Kayla were really backseat in this. Kayla kind of really wanted no part. Serena was kind of quiet. And like even when Janae pulled out the notes and like addressed when Andrea said something like, I've never seen Hannah work out in here before. I guess that was a mean comment. But we don't know Hannah and Andrea's relationship. And apparently they're cool. And Hannah addressed it, which I fucking love Hannah, by the way. I really wish she would have been on longer. I wish she would have got more screen time. Like, I love Hannah. She was like, no, Andrea used to come up to me all the time and say, oh, you don't work out with me. Maybe if I had an accent like Miguel, you would work out with me. So that's not even something that, like, Hannah was offended by. I think there are certain situations in the villa, like, I'm not saying Andrea is not the villain because she kind of is. But we all saw how production kind of like swayed things to make Serena look a certain way or swayed things to make Leah look a certain way. I just think some things were were put out there in a certain way to make people react a certain way, and that's what they did. What's next? Bitch. The way Koi got on there and immediately he wanted zero smoke. He seen Janae had 4 pages of typed up notes and he said, you know what? I actually don't want this problem. Because him and Dea were on live and I guess she asked, I don't know. Dea has been really trying to get her clout from this situation. She has not been letting it die or whatever. And apparently she had to like beg to speak on the Odell situation, which I don't even think they showed it. Apparently things were cut short or whatever because of Kayla and Aaron, which I really didn't want to hear any of what they had to say. Because I'm honestly just so fucking tired of hearing it. And I will say I was surprised that the Kayla that I saw at the reunion was the Kayla I wish I would have seen all summer. She didn't cry once. She stood on big business. Big ass business. And I get she's young. She's like probably a little on the naive side. Aaron's older. He's fucking manipulative. And the thing is, they were together post Villa. They have only broken up like in the last like week or so. The last few days, really. He starts saying all this stuff that like I didn't even know. Like, I had my hands in Daniela's pants. Nigga, what? When did this happen? And you had ample opportunity to tell Kayla that and you didn't. And I mean, you got what you deserved, I guess. But the what really had me gagged was he was like, I got out and you know it's been really. Now he's trying to play this whole like mental health journey, blah 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 type thing. And I actually don't have any sympathy for Aaron at all. Because he's been I don't think he's a bad person. He's just like, I don't think he has bad intentions. He's just a stupid ass shit. And of course Rob was gonna come to his defense. I don't think he's a bad guy. He just blah blah blah. He didn't word it correctly. No, he's not a bad guy. He's just like a coward. He's just a coward and he does stupid ass shit and he's selfish. But anyways, he starts saying all this stuff. Bitch, why are you waiting to drop this bomb now to again publicly embarrass Kayla? I would have strangled him on that set. No lie, I would have strangled him. So, she's like, you know what, Aaron? You treated me like shit all summer. I was not this person when I went in. You beat me down all summer. And I don't deserve that. And honestly, good for her. I'm glad she realizes that he's too old to be acting like this, honestly. So I'm glad she cut his ass off. He was like, oh yeah, I got out and my granddad died. And basically trying to blame his shitty behavior post Villa on the fact that his granddad died. When he's been acting, his behavior has been abysmal all summer. Pop is rolling in his grave. That's like when you say, I swear on my dead homies, and your homies is rolling in their graves. And then, again, back to the whole Andrea situation, Janae said, did you want to apologize to the girls for calling them idiots? And he said, oh, like, I guess, or something. Foolishness. Pure foolishness. We didn't get to hear, the only thing new that we heard was that Miguel actually out. That's it. We knew Cordell and Serena were official. We knew Janae and Kenny were official. And we barely even got to hear from the fucking winners. It's so aggravating. You talk about the same old shit over and over. We didn't even really get to hear from the winners. Cordell has a Cheez-Its deal. He partnered with Pattern, Tracy Ellis Ross's hairline. Serena partnered with Sacred, Beyonce's hairline, like Beyonce's hair product line. This is the type of shit that we want to hear about. Like Miguel partnered with Innisfree. Leah partnered with somebody. I don't know about Janae and Kenny, but like that's the type of shit we want to hear about. I'm so sick of hearing about the same rehash shit over and over again. And Child. Child. I was tired of people playing the victim. The same old drama. And like, the reunion was tired. It was tired. That's my take. That's my thoughts on it. I don't know. If you watched it, let me know what you think. But I was not impressed at all. Thanks for watching.